Picture this. You've booked the cheapest flight deal of the year, packed everything to a T, and you're on your way to the airport, only to be turned away at security because of a brand new rule you didn't even know existed. Sound like a nightmare? That's why you need to hear this. Because in 2025, TSA is rolling out several major changes that could affect your entire travel experience. And if you're flying on a budget, one mistake could cost you big time. Let's dive into the latest TSA rules that you absolutely must know before stepping into any airport this year. Number 1. New Real ID deadline, no more grace period. After years of postponements, 2025 is finally the year when Real ID enforcement kicks in, for real this time. Starting May 7th, you'll need a Real ID-compliant driver's license or another acceptable form of identification, like a passport, to board any domestic flight within the U.S. No more excuses. No more delays. If your license doesn't have that little star in the corner, you could be denied boarding, even if you're just flying from LA to Vegas. And for budget travelers who prefer to skip international trips, this rule is a big deal. A last-minute passport fix or missed flight can wreck your entire savings. Tips. Check your ID today and make sure it's Real ID compliant. Apply early to avoid delays or appointment shortages. Mistakes to avoid. Assuming your standard driver's license will still work. Waiting until the last minute to apply for a passport or Real ID. So your ID is sorted, but what about your tech? Don't get too comfortable yet. Number 2. Electronic screening is getting stricter. TSA is doubling down on electronic screening in 2025. Even if you're used to pulling out your laptop, now tablets, e-readers, gaming devices, and even power banks must be placed in separate bins. And if you're traveling with multiple gadgets, which budget travelers often do to avoid hotel entertainment costs, you'll need to organize them ahead of time or risk slowing down the line and drawing unwanted attention from TSA agents. Plus, power banks must clearly show capacity limits. Anything above 100 watt-hours without airline approval, confiscated. Tips: label your electronics and keep cords tidy. Use a tech organizer to pull everything out quickly at security. Mistakes to avoid: keeping gadgets buried deep in your bag. Traveling with power banks that don't display capacity. Speaking of items that could be taken away, let's talk about the liquids rule. Spoiler, it's evolving. Number 3, liquid restrictions are changing at some airports. Big news. Some U.S. airports are starting to adopt CT scanners that allow liquids to stay inside your bag. These advanced scanners give TSA agents a 3D view of your luggage, speeding up screening and reducing manual checks. But, and here's the catch, it's not nationwide. If you're departing from an upgraded airport like LAX or ATL, you might get a smooth ride. But if your return is from a smaller airport, you'll still be stuck with the old 311 rule. That means 3.4-ounce bottles, 1 quart-sized clear bag, 1 per passenger. Tips. Research both departure and return airports to know which rules apply. Pack your liquids in a clear bag anyway, just in case. Mistakes to avoid. Assuming all airports use CT scanners. Overpacking liquids and ignoring the 3.4-ounce rule. Now, let's address something every budget traveler loves: snacks. But are they still allowed? Number 4. New food rules at TSA checkpoints. You're allowed to bring food through TSA. Yes, even that homemade sandwich. But in 2025, agents are more likely to ask you to remove food items for screening. That's because dense food, think protein bars, peanut butter packs, or even wrapped burritos, can look suspicious on X-rays. Pro tip: place your food in a clear separate pouch so you can pull it out quickly. This small move saves time and prevents unnecessary bag checks, which, let's face it, no budget traveler wants when they've just scored a $40 flight. Tips: pack snacks in transparent bags. Avoid bringing spreadable items like yogurt or peanut butter unless under 3.4 ounces. Mistakes to avoid: packing dense or opaque food deep in your carry-on. Forgetting that food can be flagged, just like liquids. But food isn't the only thing TSA is checking more closely this year. Let's talk about your clothes. Number 5. Dress smart. Clothing now matters. Wearing layers to avoid baggage fees. Be careful. In 2025, TSA agents are on high alert for bulky clothing, oversized jackets, and hidden compartments. Travelers wearing multiple layers may be asked to undergo additional pat-downs or body scans. Budget flyers often use this trick to avoid paying for carry-ons, but if TSA suspects you're hiding items, it could delay your screening or even lead to further questioning. Tips: wear comfortable single-layer clothing for quicker screening. Store heavier items in your carry-on, not on your body. Mistakes to avoid: wearing multiple coats or hiding items in jacket linings, dressing too heavily just to avoid baggage fees. Ready to fly solo with just a carry-on? Make sure it meets new AI baggage scanner standards. Number 6. AI-enhanced baggage scanners are watching closely. Many airports are rolling out AI-enhanced baggage scanners that don't just detect prohibited items. They analyze packing patterns. That's right. Weird arrangements, overstuffed corners, or dense clusters could raise red flags, even if you're not carrying anything dangerous. These smart scanners are designed to spot anomalies, not just banned items. That means packing neatly, using packing cubes, and spreading items evenly is more important than ever in 2025. Tips: use packing cubes to keep items neat and visible. Distribute items evenly and avoid cluttered zones. Mistakes to avoid: stuffing everything into one section of your bag, ignoring TSA's updated guidelines for smart scanners. And while your bag may be organized, don't forget about your personal screening. The rules for TSA PreCheck are changing too. Number 7. TSA PreCheck is getting stricter with renewals. Think your TSA PreCheck status guarantees smooth sailing? Think again. In 2025, TSA is tightening the renewal process. Background checks are being reevaluated with more scrutiny, especially for travelers with frequent international trips or flagged visa activity. Even if you've had PreCheck for years, you might be asked for additional documentation or re-verification during renewal. Tips: check your renewal window early and prepare any necessary documents. Make sure your travel history and ID records are up to date. Mistakes to avoid: assuming automatic renewal without checking requirements. Letting your PreCheck status lapse, especially before peak travel season. And one more thing, what about new items you've never thought twice about packing? Number 8. New banned items for 2025. TSA updates its prohibited items list regularly, but in 2025, a few surprising additions have caught travelers off guard. Reusable metal straws, tactical pens, and even high-powered magnets are now banned in carry-ons due to safety concerns. Vape pens also face new restrictions depending on the airline and airport. And if you're a digital nomad or content creator, camera gear with hidden compartments may trigger extra screening or be rejected altogether. Tips: double-check the updated banned items list on TSA's website before you pack. Leave questionable gear in checked baggage or at home. Mistakes to avoid: assuming small or common items are always allowed. Packing creative or novelty items that could be flagged as suspicious. And finally, for the frequent flyers, there's one more thing you need to prepare for. Number 9. Facial recognition expands. Opt-out still available. Facial recognition is becoming standard at more TSA checkpoints in 2025. While it speeds up identity verification, it's still optional for now. If you value privacy, you can request a manual ID check instead. But opting out might lead to longer wait times, so decide what matters most: speed or security. Tips: know your rights. You're not required to consent to facial recognition. Have your physical ID ready if you choose to opt out. Mistakes to avoid: being caught off guard by facial scans and not knowing your options. Slowing down the line by hesitating. Decide ahead of time. So there you have it. 9 crucial TSA changes you need to know before you fly in 2025. These rules may seem small, but they can make or break your travel day, especially if you're flying on a budget. Avoid delays, ditch unnecessary fees, and breeze through security by staying informed. Don't forget to share this with a fellow traveler who's always cutting it close at the airport. And let us know in the comments, which of these rules surprised you most? Safe travels and see you in the skies.